Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's good to see everyone. Today we're going to be going over my top 5 lures that I used this year for trout. No particular order to these, but these are what produced this year for me. Alright, number 1 is the Inline Spinner. What I have tied here is rooster tail. What I love about it is that it starts spinning the blade really quickly with minimal effort. Puts you into the strike zone really quickly. So that's what I love about this inline spinner. Usually I love fishing it on sunny days with a little bit of breeze on the water, which kind of like a spinnerbait would for largemouth bass. This is perfect lure during those type of conditions. It's put a lot of fish on the table this year, and so hope you guys try it out. Inline spinner. All right, next on the list is actually an ice jig. It's a 1/32 ounce ice jig with a little bit of plastic on there. You would normally use it for ice fishing. So right now in Minnesota, in the dead of winter here, the ice is here, lakes are covered. But this really works during the spring and the summertime as well, when the trout are really active, but they're looking for a smaller profile. Sometimes they tend to stray away from bigger profiles because they are, they are stock trout, and so they do shy away from bigger lures. And if they're really picky, this ice jig is what produces the most when the bite gets hard. And you can see I have it on the bobber, and you can really chuck it out there and just let it soak. And so try an ice jig if you haven't. Alright, number 3 on the list is a mini hair jig. Now I've caught plenty of big fish on this little hair jig this year, especially on the yo-yo retrieve. Just kind of work it back to you, and once you feel that thump, just lean in on it. You don't really want to set the hook because this is a single hook lure, and if you go too hard on it, they'll actually rip the hair jig right out of their mouths. And so with these, you just want to make sure you just kind of lean in on it, put pressure on it, make sure you have a good light action rod that's really parabolic, that'll help bring the fish in without ripping the lure out of their mouths. So these ones, I really like fishing the, I would say 1/16 ounce. These are the ones. You don't really want to go too big, because especially for this lake, the trout are stock trout, and they're only about 12 to 14 inches average. Otherwise, you might get some 16 to 20 inches because they do stock some really big ones during the summertime and during the wintertime. Alright, next on the list is the Ultralight Minnow by Rapala from the Ultralight series. This is a little mini jerkbait that I throw, especially when I really want that bigger size. In the lake, there are 16 to 20 inches that are actually stocked into this lake. Those are usually breeders that have done their job and are released for us to catch. And so to get those, I would throw these guys. They really like that quick swimming action and the pause, just like how bass or any predatory fish like to chase their little bait fish. And so this little jerkbait has produced pretty big browns that I've caught this year from the lake. And so if you guys haven't tried throwing a little mini jerkbait, please do. It might surprise you. Alright, last but not least, we have the micro chatterbait by Z-Man. This is the one that has the little plastic fish or the twisty tail. A lot of people use them for panfish or other things, but this is a killer for trout, especially with the quick vibrating action, as all chatterbaits do. And as a predatory fish, just like bass, they love to chase that vibration, and they love seeing that action. Again, just like with the hair jig, this is a single hook, And so when you set the hook on the fish, you want to make sure you really just lean in on it. Don't set the hook too hard like you would on a bass, because with the soft mouths of trout, you would literally just rip it out of their mouths. And so this is a lure that I experimented with this year, and has produced quite a bit of trout to my surprise. So if you actually haven't tried it, try it too. This is one bait that you can throw. All right, that's going to wrap it up for the top 5 lures that I've used for trout this year. If you guys haven't tried any of the lures, feel free to do so. You might be surprised. Sometimes in these stock lakes, the fish are pretty finicky, but sometimes they're super aggressive and will eat whatever you throw in their faces. I've seen people use minnows and night crawlers and plastic worms, and they've been successful with that as well. But these are the top 5 that produce the most for me. And so feel free to leave down in the comments below your top 5 lures that you use for trout, and I might go ahead and try those too if I haven't tried them yet. So thanks for tuning in. I'll see you guys next time.